What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode here at BassandFurious TV. Thank you guys for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching my videos, subscribing, hitting that like button. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. To everyone who has been enjoying the series so far, thank you guys for your comments, your feedback. All that is greatly appreciated. Yeah. Oh, I see. That's awesome. It's really appreciated, guys. So thank you so much. On that last video, oh, that's cool. Thank you for sharing. No, it looks scary. On the last video, guys, I did not say, I wanted you guys to mention, excuse me, your favorite crankbait that you throw. I didn't say it. So if you could, go back and check out that last video that I shared about crankbait fishing. Comment your favorite type of crankbait that you throw, especially one that goes through wood good. So maybe help someone else out that's trying to buy a new crankbait so they can know which ones to buy. I suggested a couple, but if you guys could go back and watch that last video that I talked about how to fish a crankbait, how to pick one, how to fish it, what to look for, things like that. But thank you guys for tuning in. For this video, I'm going to talk about one of my probably top 5 favorite baits that ever in existence of the world. So, or we're going to talk about Legos. Are we talking about Legos or my baits? Which one? No, Legos. Okay, that's great. Thank you for the Legos. We appreciate it. Okay, sayonara. Sayonara. Signing off. Okay, guys, so we're gonna talk about one of my probably top 5 favorite baits of all time, guys. This is a big fish. I repeat, big fish catching bait. Okay, if you want to go out there and catch you a giant bass, now I'm gonna tell you like this, it'll probably scare away the little bass. Okay, they don't even want to come near it because it looks more aggressive than them. But the bigger ones, and of course some little ones, still gonna bite because their mouths are bigger than their brain. But if you want to catch them, this is the bait you need to be throwing. If you've never thrown one before, you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm gonna break it down for you in today's video. Let's go. So what we have here, one of my absolute favorites is, you guessed it, a chatterbait, guys. This is my absolute, I'm talking probably top 3 bait of all time to fish for big fish. So you say chatterbait, what is a chatterbait? I know people that chatter. I know what a bait is. What's a chatterbait? What is this? What's going on? So we're gonna break it down. So basically, you have a chatterbait. Basically, we're talking a blade. And by blade, I mean this little part on the end. It's like a octa, square, rectangle, something on the end, okay? And it's connected to a piece of lead or tungsten. This is like a jig head. So I did a first video where I talked to you guys about fishing a jig. If you take the blade off, this is a jig, okay? That makes it very simple. It's a jig head, hook, okay? The thing that makes it a chatterbait, and you say, why is it not a jig chatterbait? Okay, come on, work with me here, okay? Is the blade, and that's the blade right here. And why it's called a blade, look at it. If I turn it like this, it looks like that. It looks like a blade. So chatterbait, right? That's what it is. These two, put them together, connect them. You can only connect them certain ways if you want to, have a business, because that's how this works. But that's what it's called. And basically, this blade goes through the water. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, like that. It goes through the water, reflects light, goes through the water like this, and really gives off a huge vibration. That's where it's kind of get the chattering deal. A huge vibration to it. Now, there's somebody that's going to say, oh, the origin of the bait is this, and it started with my buddy Tom in 1923. He was throwing it over here at this pond, and so-and-so took it and turned it into, and it didn't used to be called a chatterbait, young man. It used to be called, like, okay, oh, that's fine, guys, that's fine. If you know the history of chatterbaits, by all means, share your knowledge with the rest of us, okay? We certainly appreciate it. As far as what I know, from 2017 on, okay, this is a chatterbait, okay? Now, a lot of people throw different types of chatterbaits. There's this one in particular is by Mega Custom Tackle, but a lot of people throw a jackhammer. They throw a thunder cricket. They throw a Picasso. There's all different kinds you can get. But with this video, I want to help you guys be able to fish this bait and also know how to go about choosing this bait to fish. So basically, we're gonna start from the beginning. You go into the store. You're having trouble catching bass, or you just want to catch some bigger bass, or you just want to throw what you saw somebody throw on TV. Whatever reason you go to the store, you might need toilet paper. I don't know why you're going to the store, but if you go to the toilet paper section first, and you probably gonna need a cart because toilet paper might be a lot to cover. Then you head over to the fishing section, right? Okay. You get there, you look on the wall, and it's like 9,000 things to choose from. So you're like, well, I want to get a chatterbait. How do I find a chatterbait? Well, I just showed you. Chatterbait has the blade to the head right there. So you go to the section, you go past the soft plastics, you go past the regular jigs, you go past the swim baits, you find the chatterbait section, okay? When you get there, it's so many different colors. So you're like, huh, which one do I get? How do I pick a chatterbait? This we kind of went over in the crankbait video, but this, again, I just want to keep this basic because what I like I mentioned in all the videos, and just in case this is the first time you're seeing this, the way I'm explaining this is if not everybody's a professional bass angler. Some people just want to learn how to catch a bass. Some people like the mystery of fishing. Some people just want to cast their bait out, bring it back, hope something bites it, and then be excited, share that moment with their friends, their family, share it, take a picture of it, share it, you know, on their social media pages, things like that. And that's what they want to do. While I'm on that topic, be sure to check this social media page out. 540 Fishing in the building. Let's go. Who's got next? 540 Fishing. This is a brand here local to my area. 540 Fishing, created by Thomas. And he's got these beanies, he's got jackets, he's got shirts, he's got hoodie. I think he's working on hoodies, but he's got a lot of great things. So he wanted to create a lifestyle brand just with the logo, make it pretty cool. You can wear it while you're going. See the color specific, that way you can get out there. You can have this on and be ready to rock for whatever you're doing, whether you're in the woods, whether you're by the water, it doesn't matter. He's got all kinds of colors, all things ready to go. 540 Fishing. Be sure to check it out. Of course, I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description. But so back to the bait. You're in the store, you're scrolling through, you're trying to pick, what do I get? You get to the chatterbait section, you see all the colors, you're like, oh crap. I know Ty said to throw a chatterbait, but what in the world am I supposed to do now? Now it's up to you to be aware of what you're fishing for and what's in the water that you're fishing for, just like we discussed in the crankbait video. So if you have crawl, if you have shad, if you have bluegill, if you have perch, if you have any of these type of things, that is the one that you want to pick up. You want to pick up the one that matches what type of fish you think the bass would eat where you're at. Whether you've seen it, whether you've caught them. A lot of times that's what you find out what's in the waters because you catch it. They got crappie in there. You want one that looks like a crappie, maybe a black and blue one, a green pumpkin one. You want these different colors of one that match things that may be in your water, and that way you get it and you can make it work for you in your water. So that's how you start for which one you pick. If you get it home, you get it out the package, you're like, okay, now what? I got a whole thing. He said there's a blade, there's a hook. I gotta be careful because of the hook, but what do I do now? Okay, so most chatterbaits at the end where that blade was I showed you, there's a part for you to tie your line. Usually a line tie right here at the end. You basically tie your line to this, and once you do that, you're basically ready to go. And now, if you fished for any more than like a week and a half, you know that there's something missing, okay? What's next? I got the bait. I got it tied on my line. I'm ready to go, Ty. I got to get out there and catch some bass. Now, you need the final piece to make the puzzle work, okay? The final piece is a trailer for the chatterbait. This one, I just literally grabbed out of the bag beside me. I don't know if this is going to be good or not. If you have a chatterbait trailer that you use, that's phenomenal. That's going to help everybody catch their personal best bass. Leave it in the comments below. Help someone else with a chatterbait trailer. Some people like to throw fluke. Some people like to throw swim bait styles. Some people like to throw twin tails. Some people like to throw grub. Some people like to throw different things. There's a lot of things to consider though, okay? If you pick a bait that has a lot of a trailer, this is called a trailer. This is the missing piece for the puzzle. These two go together. They look like peanut butter and jelly, and it makes it wonderful. This is how you're going to catch that big bass. But what you have to understand is this blade in the front, it is vibrating pretty hard. Toot, 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 toot. So whatever you pick in the back end may or may not work well with all that action in the front, okay? So if you pick something with a big old kicking tail in the back, and this is going kick, 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 kick. Yes, it's causing a lot of commotion and turbulence, and yes, a big giant fish may eat it, but you may have more success and more consistent success getting something that works with it. So what I suggest, try different ones. Try a big bait, Try a smaller bait, try one with 2 legs, try one with 1 leg, depending on what chatterbait you pick. Whether Strike King, Zman, Omega, whichever one you pick, you're gonna need to make sure that you, whatever trailer goes well with what you're doing. You like a nice subtle action for your swimming part because the blade's gonna be kicking. But sometimes people have a lot of success with both kicking simultaneously, just going nuts. And that works really well. So you got to figure that out for your body of water where you're fishing, what those fish like. The extra kick may do better in the wind for you. This more subtle action may work better for you in a little bit calmer day. The big kick may work better in dirty water. More subtle action may work better in cleaner water. Things like that you piece together. The other thing is the blade. A lot of times people don't pay attention to the blade, but you got a nice chatterbait. The vibration's working good. Your trailer's working good, but you got a gold blade on a cloudy day, and you're not getting the reflection that you need. If you switch to a silver blade on a cloudy day, then you're getting that reflection that you need. The bites pick up just like that. And sometimes it's something simple as the blade. So that's something to really pay attention to, is that the blade may be the reason why. So there is a company, Queen Tackle, that created a switch blade where you can basically tie that blade onto any jig and you can change the color of it. Other times you just need to pick a different one with a different color for your blade, because sometimes, and a lot of times now, they're painting the blades. So they paint the blades, and that will give you another chance as well. But what you do is you basically, again, we're just assuming people just starting out here, you feed it on right in the middle like I did. I'm sorry, put it right through the middle. You guys can see that right through the middle. Feed it up as much as you need for your space. Get it on there good. You typically want it like in line and straight a lot of times, and there you have it, your chatterbait. Bam, just like that. Now you got the blade going, tail kicking. Increase your chances of catching a giant bass. This I've personally watched, and I'm sure guys with other types of technology and things have watched. I literally watch. I can cast this out, and there will be like a 1.25 pound, a 2 pound bass. They will see this thing coming and they will run. I'm talking literally run to like they're going home to tell their mama, because something's there that's not supposed to be there. They will literally run. And I'll watch like a 2.5 or 3 pounder take off and run. And then I'll watch that same 2.5 or 3 pounder or a pound. They'll look like they're running. They circle back and they'll annihilate it. They just don't care. They'll just go for it. I've also seen where the 2 pounder will run, 2 pounder will run, and a 5 pounder will come out of nowhere and absolutely demolish this thing. Like, when I'm talking, you're going to catch some big fish on this thing, as long as you can hold on to it, because it will get hung up and stuff. That's just the downfall of it. I don't like a weedless one. A weedless one meaning has a guard up here that protects it from wood. I don't like those ones because my hook sets aren't very hard. And to go through a weed guard and this, for me, it doesn't work. But for others, it does. I like just regular, just open hook. Give me the best chance at success on it. I've seen big fish annihilate this where they may not eat something else. So this chatterbait, tie the line to it, put your trailer on, pick your favorite one, make sure it matches what's in your body of water, go to work. What you pair on it, completely up to you. The color on it, this part right here is just a skirt. You can change the skirt if you want to change the color. You can literally just buy this head and put whatever skirt on it you want. You can order skirts, just type in fishing skirts, and you can get whatever color you want, put the color on, put your favorite bait on, and go to town on it. Now, in the next part of the series, I am going to do where I talk about rod, reel, how I fish the bait, what I look for when I'm throwing the bait. I'll give you kind of a sneak peek on that, what I'm typically looking for. Grass, I'll throw it around wood. I don't care. I'm just going to throw it. If it gets hung up, you just go get it. It is what it is. But most of the time, my success on this comes in grass. Whether I'm letting it fall in the grass and then ripping it through, or whether I'm burning it on top of the grass. And by burning it, I mean turning my reel handle pretty fast and bringing the bait over top. Like I said, not everybody's a professional fisherman. I can't sit here and be like winding, burning, and all. I can't be using all that. I'm trying to break it down for people that want to learn how to fish and they want to hear it from someone different. Me. So, but that's 9 times out of 10, my successes on chatterbaits are coming from grass, and more grass. Also, too, around concrete, like bridge pilings, docks. I have success throwing it around docks. I'll skip it up under there. I'll let it hit the ground, then I'll burn it. I'll bring it back out of there. Slow and steady. You really just want to make sure the blade is engaged. You want to make sure the blade is kicking. If you're reeling and your blade ain't kicking, you got a problem. You just need to throw a swim jig instead. We're going to talk about swim jigs soon, but You want to make sure your blade is kicking. Boom, 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 boom. And you feel it. This bait is something you'll feel. Like when you're turning the handle, if you got a good rod and reel, or almost any rod and reel, you're going to feel that blade turning. Doom, 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 doom. It's just thumping through the water, vibrating up your arm, up your back, your neck. It'll irritate everything you need. You're going to need some Motrin or some Tylenol or something when you're done. If you throw this thing all day and you're catching fish on it all day, I'm telling you, they will rip your arm off. The fish will rip the rod out of your hand to eat this thing. Because when they hit it, because the vibration is hitting them, they go after it like it's the last meal they're ever going to eat. They attack it ferociously, and that's what they do a lot of times with this. I've had some sneak up behind it and grab it, but that's just fishing. But hopefully these tips help you guys. I know we went into quite a few things. Hopefully these tips help. If you have a chatterbait trailer that you want to share, something to help somebody catch their personal best, drop it in the comments below. Let us know what you're doing with it to help you catch those giant bass. If you do have tips or want some common colors that I use for these baits, feel free to send me a message, guys. I'm more than happy to help with that. Just if you send me a message or ask me a question, I give you an answer. Don't then give me your answer, okay? You asked me. I'm giving you an answer. Take my answer or leave it, okay? That's the problem I run into with people. They'll ask me for help. I'll give them help, and then they give me a list of what they always do. We're never getting anywhere, guys. So feel free to message me. I'm more than happy to help. And we can go from there. But hopefully someone gets in the comments and shares their trailers, because they can help you be successful as well. I ain't the only one out here catching fish. There's a lot of people that have been catching fish, have made way more money, have been fishing for longer, that don't mind sharing some information. And I'm gonna be real with you. I listen. Okay? I listen. Sometimes I know what I know, but if I'm struggling or if there's a technique that I'm not as versed in, I listen. Okay, because that's the only way you're going to get better, is by listening and learning and then doing. That's the key part. You hear what they say, you make it your own, and then you go do. And then you can figure out how to get better by doing based on the information that you've learned. So hopefully this video helps somebody. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, share it to your friends who want to learn how to catch giant bass throwing chatterbaits. Thank you for watching. You guys are awesome. My Bass and Furious friends, I appreciate you. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace, peace. Out.